Everyone is talking about it.
Extensive reading.
Extensive reading.
Extensive reading.
Extensive reading.
Extensive reading.
But what is extensive reading? Why is it so important? And why do so many learners quit, even when they want to read more? So in this video, I will show you what extensive reading really is, why most people give up, and how to make it fun, easy, and something you actually want to do. Plus, I will share the best free websites that will help you find fun and interesting books you will actually enjoy. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. So, what is it anyway? Well, it means reading a lot of easy content, reading books and stories at your level or just below your level to help you build fluency and confidence. So first, you do have to read a lot. And this is important because the more you read, the more fluent you will become. Next, you read for meaning, not for translation. So you're not looking up words in a dictionary. If a word is important, it will come up again and again, and you will learn it naturally. Also, you should choose books you enjoy. Yes, this sounds really obvious, but I see so many learners choosing books that look good or books they think they should be reading. So make sure you're reading something that excites you and that you enjoy reading it. Next, you need to read at an easy level. As teachers, we get taught to tell our students the 5-finger rule, which is there should be no more than 5 unknown words on a single page. So that is about 98% understanding, comprehension. I will talk about this a little bit later. Another thing is you read without stress. So no tests, no quizzes, no pressure, just reading for fun. Next, don't use a dictionary too often. Only check a word if you have seen it many times and still don't understand it. And the last one is obvious, but I'll say it again. The more you read, the more your brain gets used to the language. So aim for, try to do extensive reading every day for 15 to 30 minutes. Remember, the key is consistency, not perfection. So just keep going. So how will it actually help me? Well, it helps you read faster and more easily. It shows you how grammar works in real English. It helps you learn new words by seeing them again and again and again. Also, it helps your writing because you see how real English is used in context. It also boosts your confidence. Finishing a book in English or a foreign language just feels amazing. And the last one is my favorite. It builds your intuition. So you will start to feel what sounds right, even without studying grammar rules. Okay, if extensive reading is so good, why do so many learners quit doing extensive reading? Well, I see 3 big challenges. Number 1 is the books are too difficult. I have seen hundreds of learners choose really difficult books for extensive reading, and it makes reading very slow, frustrating, and just not fun. So please choose a book at the right level where you understand most of the text without using a dictionary all the time. You should be able to enjoy the story and keep going without stopping. So if you find more than 5 to 10 unknown words per page, then it's probably too hard. I would start with 5 words per page, and then as you get used to doing extensive reading, then you can move up to 10 words per page and see how that goes for you. Also, if you understand every word on the page, that's fine too, because fluency comes from exposure and repetition. Here is a great tip. Make it easier with familiar stories. So if you're not sure where to start, try books you already know. Rereading familiar stories helps you focus on the language instead of the plot. In my experience, I always like to read The Little Prince in a new language, or Orin Wangja in Korean, Le Petit Prince, because I know the story so well. So it means I can focus on the language itself. As I get a bit better, I do start on Harry Potter because I'm a big Potterhead since the age of 7. Potterhead means you're a big fan of Harry Potter. So find your childhood favorites. You can also find stories from movies and based on TV shows as well. Remember, finding the right book takes trial and error. That means you try something, and if it doesn't work, then you try something else. So you learn from doing and making mistakes and adapting. So don't quit if the first book isn't perfect. Remember, you're learning by experimenting. The next big challenge is no motivation. You get bored because the topic isn't fun. So some learners just quit because the content just isn't interesting. And many people say, just read children's books. But the problem with that is, a book for a 5-year-old isn't exciting as an adult. You can understand every word, but you don't care about the story. And this was a big problem for me in Korean. I started reading children's books and I got really bored. So I changed what I was reading. I used different resources that were better for adults. So choose stories from genres you already love. Mystery, romance, fantasy, manga, fan fiction, we'll talk about that later, webtoons. Just because it's easy doesn't mean it has to be boring. If it's still difficult for you to find something, then think about what kind of content do you enjoy in your language, TV, movies, books, and then find the version of that in English. The more you enjoy what you're reading, the more likely it is that you will keep going. I can't stress this enough. It's so important. And number 3 might be the biggest challenge, which is it's hard to find free, interesting books in English. Let's be honest, it's just not easy to find fun, interesting and free books or free content. There are some great graded readers. So if you have the money, then please go ahead and look at Oxford, Cambridge, Penguin, Macmillan. They all do fantastic graded readers that are amazing, but they're just expensive. But don't worry, I have found some fantastic websites for you that have fun and easy content like comics, webtoons, and fan fiction. You don't need to spend lots of money to enjoy reading English. You just need the right websites. Let me show you. Okay, let's look at some great websites where you can do some extensive reading and sometimes intensive reading. The first one is newsinlevels.com. You can read interesting and sometimes funny news articles. There are 3 levels. Level 1 is, I think, around A1, A2. Level 2 is A2, B1. And level 3 is B1, B2. So, if we have a look, it's just a short article. You can listen to it as well. If you click here, days, this shows stories about special days. For example, it was April Fool's Day recently. If we go back, it says book 1, book 2, and that is a book that is in levels as well. As you can see, this is my favorite book, The Little Prince, in 3 levels. I can't see because of the camera, but there are 3 levels there. It's the same thing with audio and with pictures. Just beware of the adverts a lot on this website. You'll see ads everywhere. Okay, next is English. Look, ads again. So be careful of the adverts. This is called ESL Fast, and it's not just for beginners. If you scroll down, you can see for intermediate learners, there are mini novels, for example, working in a bookstore. Let's have a look. So it's a short story. Be careful of the ads. Don't click on the ads. It comes with the audio and it's a short story. You could read one of these short stories every day for a month. Imagine how good your English could become. You can also use this as intensive reading, right? With learn the vocabulary. So we click close here. Learn the vocabulary. Close texts. That means gap fills. Okay. But I think you can also use this website for extensive reading. Also here, if you click, this is new, graded reading 4, and this is actually higher level too. The quest for authenticity, right? Being genuine. Again, comes with the audio, and it says this is level C2. So there are levels for everyone, is what I want to say. Okay, next is BBC Learning English website. There's a lot in general, but for extensive reading, you can maybe read the news articles in English that they have. It's also a podcast. They provide keywords. This does feel like intensive reading, to be honest, but I thought I should share it with you anyway. Oh, very sad what's happening around the world. Okay, next is elo.org with 3 L's, remember that. Again, be careful of the constant adverts everywhere. So elo, you can choose your level, right? A1, A2, B1, B2, or C1. Let's do B2. B2. Click close. And then you can read a story. Oh, and this is great because you're reading a natural conversation like a transcript from a podcast. You can listen to it. There is a quiz, also vocab. That is for intensive reading. So for example, you could do intensive reading for C1 or or oh, I didn't mean to click it, C1 or B2, and then extensive reading do loads of A2 and B1. That would be really useful. Okay, the next cool website, well, it's not really a website, but it's to read the transcripts from TED Talks. You can use that for extensive reading or intensive reading. The British Council shows great TED Talks specifically for people learning English. So we have the lovely Lydia Machova. That's not how you pronounce her name. I'm so sorry if you're watching, but I'm a big fan. I have been following her for about 15 years? Long time. But there are a lot of great TED Talks you can listen to if you are interested in them. So only read the transcripts if you are interested, okay? Next is called the Project Gutenberg, or gutenberg.org, a very interesting website because they have 75,000 free ebooks. And it was created by a guy called Michael S. Hart. And he also was the inventor of the ebook. And I just think it's fantastic. Now, it might be difficult for you to find a good book. So I recommend you go here, search and browse, bookshelves, then go to children's bookshelf. And then now you can read slightly easier stories. For example, I might click young adult and Winnie the Pooh, classic, Peter Pan, Through the Looking Glass, The Secret Garden. Peter Pan's good. Okay, let's click Peter Pan. Now, if you have a Kindle, you can download it to your Kindle or an older Kindle, a different ebook, the HTML file, or just read it online. That's okay too. Some people don't like reading online, and that's fine. I don't mind it. But anyway, this is a really fantastic website, so I really hope you use it. The next one, I just have to move away from the camera. So the next one is reading webtoons. I started reading webtoons when I was in Korea because it's really popular, right? So I recommend just maybe clicking in genres that were in drama, right? You've got fantasy, comedy, action. Let's stay in drama. Okay, and by popularity, let's do by likes. Okay, so these are 55.6 million likes. True Beauty. Click on that. I actually think this is best to read on your phone. It's designed for your phone, really. So it's perfect. So you see here, look, whisper, whisper. Hey, did you see her? People look over their shoulders. Murmur, murmur. That's like whispering. A glance, a quick look. I feel their gazes. Wow, that girl is so pretty. She has a perfect body. Click, click. Wish. I'm so used to people whispering about me. Click, click. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's, if you find a webtoon that suits you, then perfect, because you have the picture to help you with the context. That's why it's so great. It doesn't have too many words, and you always have a picture to give you the context. So it's just perfect. So the next one is mangadex.org, and it shows lots of manga, like comics, Japanese comics, but you can read them in so many languages, not just English, and it's free. For example, let's have a look here. This is called A Messy Fairy Tale. Okay, it reads top to bottom. Yep, so we scroll down. My dear princess, soon you'll be inheriting the kingdom and responsibilities of those who came before you. Okay, that's scary. So I think, like, I don't really read manga, but I know a lot of people do, and it's so helpful. Like I said, you've got context with the stories. Okay, so the last website is for reading fan fiction or fanfics, and it's called Archive of Our Own, or AO3, because there are 3 O's. And the best way is to go on fandoms and find something you like, for example, Harry Potter. When you go in, you can sort and filter. So first, maybe I want the hits. How many hits? And and maybe ratings. So teen and up. Okay. And then here is a story. Survival is a talent. Great. So there's usually a summary at the start with some notes. It's also available in Italian. Perfect. And you can enjoy these short stories. Sometimes they're quite long, but you can see it's great. Let's have a look. Not everyone has a soulmate. Perhaps 1 in 10 people are born with the telltale soul mark, a black ring somewhere on their body. Already it seems very interesting. There is another website for fan fiction called Fanfiction. So there is this one as well, but I always use AO3. So a great tool you can use is Readlang. There is a free version and the premium is $4 a month. It's not a sponsor of this video, it's just really good. So you download it as a plugin, an extension on Google Chrome, and it means that you can read. Let's have a look. What is Donald Trump up to at the moment? Let's say you are reading the news and you don't know a word like tariffs. So I click on it. Oh, I need to do the extension first. So I click on the extension. Okay, it's up. So it's English to Korean. I'm reading it and maybe I click tariffs. Okay, 관세. Sometimes it's not as good in some languages, but this is a really useful tool for you. I would say if you are doing extensive reading, try not to click on loads of words, right? Because you want to have about 98% comprehension. But it's great for intensive reading too. Okay, the last one is to use ChatGPT. So let's find something a bit more interesting. Here we go. Amazon plans fresh James Bond, but will respect 007 legacy. So we copy the news article, put it into ChatGPT. Now first we say, please simplify for, and let's do A2 level. And you can read it with simpler words. It's really, really useful. You can even ask it for keywords, collocations, vocabulary with sentences. Okay, it's really powerful. Okay, look, I finished the video, I edited it, and it was ready for YouTube until I came across, I discovered the best websites for you, and I just have to show you. So here they are. Okay, this is the best website for extensive reading. It is called EnglishEreader.net. And why is it so good? Well, you can read so many ebooks that are graded, right? They are like graded readers and they are all free. For example, let's click on B1 level. We can read a B1 version, right, type of story of The Catcher in the Rye, a very famous book. So let's click on that. And all you do is click the download button down here. If you don't want an EPUB file, you can have different types of files. But let's click download. This should go to my EPUB. Okay, and we can start reading. I have already started reading actually. So here is chapter 1. It's fantastic, everyone. I highly recommend you use this website. So the next website is similar to English eReader. And maybe if you can't find the book you're looking for, you can use this website, openlibrary.org. I recommend starting in the K-12 student library, or you can just search for a book. For example, so here we are, and you just click borrow. And it will load like this. I believe this is the American version of the book, and there are more pictures in this book too. As you can see, it is simply fantastic. So enjoy that website. Next is called LibriVox, and this is not for extensive reading, but it will give you many audiobooks that you can listen to. So let's click on listen. Let's look at the catalog. That means what they have. We can go to genre or subject. Let's go to children's action and adventure. Okay, there are many different stories. Maybe we want to read the adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and we can listen to the story.
Gold. It was an awful sight of money when it was piled up.
So I think you get the idea. So this is another great resource for you. The next website is called learningenglish.voa. That means Voice of America, news.com. So there are different levels, and like many of these websites, they show a news article. For example, this one, knitting while watching movies gains popularity, becomes more popular. So you can listen to it, you can read the news article, and at the bottom there are the words in the story and their meanings in English. So another fantastic website. Right, this is the last website I show you, I promise. It's called breakingnewsenglish.com. You can read hundreds of news articles in English with many different levels. The levels are confusing sometimes, so you can see what the levels are here. As you can see, level 0, 1 and 2 are actually all A2 level, but they get slightly more difficult. So let's have a quick look. Generation Z is facing a career apocalypse. So we can click level 3. You can read it. If it's too difficult, just choose an easier option. And below there are activities if you want to do that. But of course, extensive reading is just about reading for fun. Okay, we are coming to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and congratulations, you made it to the finish line. Please let me know in the comments by saying 1 page at a time. and I will know that you made it to the end. I hope the websites and tools I shared today are helpful for you. I know they have made a big difference for a lot of learners, and I hope they do the same for you. Before you go, I want to give you a challenge. Try to do extensive reading for 15 minutes every day for a week, and let me know in the comments what you read. I would love to know. Now, I'm saving the best till last. I am creating speaking groups to help people with their speaking. You will receive a PDF with the topics and questions we will talk about. There will only be 4 people in each class of similar levels and similar age groups. We will have fun, meaningful chats. You will improve your English, and I will give feedback at the end. And so let me know if you're interested by clicking on the link in the description. It is a survey that helps me with times, dates, and groups, and will let me know a little bit more about you. So thanks again for watching if you're still here. Wow. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.